Now the debate around a waiver that would restrict SNAP recipients from buying sugary drinks with food assistance. In an hours-long meeting yesterday, state officials discussed the Colorado Healthy Choice waiver, but they eventually decided to delay that vote for another month. Denver 7's Lauren Lennon is digging into some different perspectives on this issue.
I'm really glad that it was delayed.
After an hours-long meeting Friday, the State Board of Human Services decided to postpone its vote on whether or not to implement the Healthy Choice waiver. It's a decision that sparked a glimmer of hope for some SNAP recipients like Kayla Frawley.
I was really happy to hear that. And it wasn't expected. This delay in vote gives me hope that the committee members on the board really listen to community in saying, oh, we cannot implement this waiver.
Under the waiver, SNAP recipients would not be able to use their food assistance to buy drinks that contain less than 50% of fruit and vegetable juice by volume. But things like water, milk alternatives, baby formula, and electrolyte packets that you mix yourself would still be available to purchase.
We've heard that there isn't research that really shows that restricting this will bring a change in behavior. But we've clearly heard from communities who support people who receive SNAP and individuals who receive SNAP themselves that it will have an impact on them.
I spoke with the Office of Economic Security ahead of Friday's meeting. They say the implementation of the waiver would align with the state's health goals.
We know that Coloradans can make choices with their own dollars and purchasing. But this aligns, one, with our health priorities in Colorado, and also gives an opportunity for us to long-term track some of the healthy benefits and outcomes.
But Frawley,
it would have a gigantic impact in ways that we can't even see.
And advocates.
These restrictions are very much like one size fits all. Which is not an approach that works for a lot of SNAP participants.
Believe this waiver is detrimental to SNAP recipients.
It would affect folks that do have like unique dietary medical needs where they do need those sugary sweetened beverages.
And the waiver itself is not the easiest to understand. And so you're going to have a lot of confused community members about what they can buy and what they can't. And something that SNAP participants and WIC participants will tell you is that the stigma in checking out with your groceries is a really big stress factor.
And it's a fight
I will be back in April.
She'll continue to show up for.
You have to keep showing up. Otherwise, we risk having our benefits limited and taken away.
In Denver, Lauren Lennon, Denver 7.
Denver 7 did follow up with the governor's office about the delay in the vote. A spokesperson tells us the governor is appreciative of the conversation the board had Friday and agrees with many of the points discussed about the need for a comprehensive approach to nutrition. His office added that, quote, a waiver is one part of a broader strategy to ensure Coloradans have access to more healthy foods and the best information possible to make healthy choices.